Well, we've all heard the saying, easy as pie, but what if there's a secret to making this baked good a breeze while keeping them extra delicious? You know, the kind with a flaky, melt-in-your-mouth crust that just tastes amazing? Well, joining us today is a renowned pastry chef who's here to share her secrets to help us make the holiday pastries everyone will be raving about this season. Let's welcome to the show, Chef Michelle Palazzo. Hey, Michelle.
Hello, Shizzy. How are you?
So good to have you here. I have many questions because I have difficulty making the perfect pie. So no matter how you slice the pie, there's got to be that one element, right, that's the most important to making a pie great. What would you say that is?
So the most important element to making a perfect pie crust is truly a buttery, flaky pie crust. And to achieve that, my #1 tip is that better butter matters.
Oh, and better butter. So meaning what?
Well, the key is using high quality ingredients, and like Plugrà European style butter really provides that beautiful melt in your mouth texture. And Plugrà has that perfect formulation with that slow churn pliability and that 82% butterfat, which is the French standard. And that creates that melt in your mouth taste and that beautiful flaky, crispy crust.
So is that the golden ticket for creating the perfect pie?
Oh yeah, and that 82% butterfat will definitely do it.
Got it. Okay. And we all want that flaky, buttery crust, but are there any insider tricks for achieving it at home in addition to the better butter?
Yes, so my #1 tip is you want to keep all of your ingredients as cold as possible, especially your butter. Keep that in the fridge until the very last minute and use a nice cold water when you're hydrating your pie dough. So another tip that I have is after you've hydrated your pie dough, you really want to make sure that that pie dough has time to relax and set in the fridge for at least 20 minutes. You can even do this the night before, and that will help with any shrinking that you may have, and will also produce that really nice flaky, crumbly crust.
Oh, I love it. My mom taught me that tip. I'll have to tell you that is great, keeping everything cold, but especially that butter. Now, what other pro tips from the baking world can we use to elevate our pie game this season?
So to create this beautiful, super flaky pie crust, this technique is called a blitz puff stacking method. And I know it's another mouthful, but basically this is when you take your pie dough and you're gonna stack it on top of itself. And what this does is it gives you those layers of beautiful butter and flour mixture. And as you bake it off, it's gonna create that beautiful lift and almost like you're making croissanto. So super, super flaky. And then another technique that I love to use with this is anytime I have a pie that I'm making that has a very liquid based center, like pumpkin pie or pecan pie, you want to do a technique called a blind baking method. So this is when you're going to take your pie dough, just the shell, and you're going to slightly bake it for a good 20 minutes or so, weigh it down with some pie weights. And what this does is this helps keep that pie from shrinking or losing any of its texture. You want to keep your crust as crisp and beautiful as possible.
And Michelle, I was going to ask you about that, about getting a soggy bottom with the pie crust. Is that a way to prevent that?
Of course, that blind baking technique to really weigh down your pie dough will help eliminate any sort of soggy bottom, because nobody likes that.
Nobody wants a soggy bottom, Michelle. Nobody wants a soggy bottom,
Yes.
let me tell you. Well, let's talk showstopper pies. What is your go-to pie that'll have guests saying, wow, this holiday season?
So I actually have 2 showstoppers.
Oh,
My
okay.
#1, I always have a chocolate custard pie on my table, and this is kind of a play on that. So this is a chocolate custard that's layered with pecan praline inside of it, and layered with that decadent chocolate custard on top.
Okay.
And then I know we have to have a pumpkin pie on our table no matter what, right? So we've added a little bit of maple syrup to this, and then just to give it a little kick, we've added a little bit of cognac to this. And what this does is this really elevates that pumpkin flavor and reminds us of that fall. Both of these recipes, I use my flakiest pie crust using that Plugrà European style butter.
I love it. And what's your favorite pie, may I ask?
Oh, I mean, I am partial to a really good chocolate custard pie.
Okay.
That's something that I grew up always having.
Okay, I love it. You're fancy, Michelle. I love it. Thank you so much for being here. And butter up and fill up. Find out all the yummy details at plugrà.com.